What's going on, y'all? It's been a minute since I've been on this camera, dog. But now I'm finally doing some more breakdowns of my music that I really got coming out. One of my homeboys was talking to me about this a long time ago, and I really didn't want to do it because I was like, it's only gonna be for the people who already rocks with me. I don't know if it's gonna be content that people who don't rock with me are gonna be into. But you know what? Anything has anything goes. You know what I'm saying? In this content shit, anything goes. This shit could go, and I don't even think it will. But this is gonna be for my latest EP release titled "And Still." Now I'm recording this before this is even out, but I'm gonna release these after it's out, obviously, because I'm not gonna drop things explaining the song and explaining the EP if it's not out. But here's where we starting off, because "And Still," where the name came from, it came to me rather quickly because two of the biggest portions of my life currently is music and boxing. I'm a boxer outside of the booth, and I'm a boxer outside of the booth, and I've been doing that for a long time. And I feel as if they draw a lot of parallels to each other. And I think one thing that has really helped me build my confidence over the time of the past couple of years has been boxing. The reason I've become more confident in myself is because I've become a better boxer. And also, a lot of the men that I've been around while boxing have inspired me to be even a better man, I guess you could say, especially my coach. My coach in general, he's been a really big inspiration for me in terms of building my confidence and being who I want to be and standing by what I want to stand by and living my life how I want to live it. So a lot of the things that I've learned from boxing, I've carried over into my music. So a lot of the times I've started to make music and I've started to say things more confidently. I've been more confident in my music, and I haven't been shying away from experimentation and trying different things. And that might be crazy to say because all of the songs on this are something, it's not something you wouldn't expect from me. But the way I feel as if the way that I come across and a lot of the confident, arrogant shit that I be saying in my music reaches its max on this EP. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm at a point where it's the dichotomy of someone. At some points I feel like I'm the greatest motherfucker on the planet. But I also have my sadder, more introspective stuff where I feel as if I'm not, I have these doubts about myself. So it's the dichotomy of the two things. So on one end, I'm this arrogant prick, cocky as all hell and confident in myself, and on the other end, I'm like, I don't really know how I feel about myself. I might not be the best. There's a lot of things I got to work on. But this album is really on that extreme of arrogance and confidence. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that I think I've really struggled with at like coming up and being an artist and getting into everything is the fact, well, actually, hold on. I've always been a person who hasn't been confident enough in myself to speak highly of myself outwardly to other people. You know what I mean? Like saying things about myself that make other people go, what the fuck are you talking? Like something that gives motherfuckers an opportunity to be like, you better humble your ass. You know what I'm saying? So I've never been confident enough to say those things. And now recently I've been so willing and ready to say those things. I've been going against a lot of the initial beliefs that I have in regards to myself. I've been breaking down a lot of barriers. I've been breaking down a lot of ways that I used to behave and thought patterns. And a lot of that things have been overridden by confidence in myself. I no longer say like, oh, I think I'm great at this, and then look around for approval from other people. Like I can say I'm great at this and just kick back and put my arms up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not something where I feel as if I need the external validation for other people. And I'm not saying it's completely eradicated. Like sometimes I still feel as if I need that. And sometimes I be like, damn, is this song trash? Like, am I putting out garbage? Like, is what I'm saying offending people? Like, are people upset with me? I still have those moments because I'm human. I'm always going to have those moments. But more often than not, I'm finally becoming more comfortable with saying, yo, I work my ass off, dog. I work my ass off. And when I see some success, nigga, I'm going to rub that shit in your face. Not like, not overtly with it, but like, and not even necessarily rubbing it in people's faces. I'm gonna say that I did this. I'm gonna pop my shit. I did this. I put in the time, I put in the effort, I put in the work to get to the spot that I'm at. So you be damned if I'm not gonna speak about it. I'll be damned if I don't speak about it. And honestly, I kind of feel I'm upset with my past self for not speaking about it, because I was still accomplishing stuff, but I would be like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of stuff that I'm doing that motherfuckers don't do. And I want that to be a general thing for everyone to think about. Like, if you're really putting in work towards something, don't be scared to scream out your accomplishment, because motherfuckers ain't gonna do that for you. No one's really gonna scream out your accomplishments. No one sees the work that you're putting in day to day. You gotta say it. Be proud enough with yourself to say it, but don't say it with the need for getting approval from other people. If you know you've been busting your ass, dog, talk about it. Talk about it. People are gonna hit you with a lot of like, oh, you ain't even do nothing. You ain't done much. Shut up. Shut up. If you putting in work towards something, that's all you gotta do. Once you start seeing the rewards, once you start reaping the benefits of the work that you putting in, dog, don't even worry about what other motherfuckers gotta say, because it don't matter. And I think that's the biggest thing that I wanted to get across in this EP, because like I said, I'm very, very tapped into like the arrogant, confident side of my music. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the songs on this, most of the songs, I'm just talking shit. Like, it's really simple as that. It's just a hard beat and me talking shit. Like, that's all that's coming out of this. And I think what I have planned next, it doesn't necessarily match up. Well, I mean, it matches up with the idea of the dichotomy that I was talking about, where sometimes I feel like I'm this great motherfucker and the greatest thing since sliced bread, and sometimes I be feeling like I ain't shit. So it's the next thing I got coming. I wanted to tie this EP actually to the next thing that I'm going to be making, but I just didn't have the time to do all that. But either way, dog, this EP is literally the theme of this EP is talking your shit. The theme of it is talking your shit. Don't ever be afraid to yell out your accomplishments, because motherfuckers is not gonna do that shit for you. If you feel really confident in some shit and you really putting in work to some shit, you can talk about it, dog. Don't let motherfuckers let you think, oh, you gotta be humble, you gotta, dog. If you doing some shit and you doing well at it, talk about it. But at the same token, dog, the reason that some people are called arrogant is because they don't know what comes with success. You're not always going to be successful. You're not always going to be the absolute best. You're never going to be the absolute best. But if you're able to look at the reality of things and understand that you're never going to be the best and continue to learn and grow while still being confident in yourself, that's not arrogance. Arrogance is the motherfuckers who talk that shit and don't even put in the work. You're not arrogant if you putting in the work and learning and growing each day and then you talking about shit. You're not arrogant. You arrogant once you stop putting in that work. Motherfuckers ain't gonna call someone arrogant if they accomplished. If you really doing shit and really got shit going on for you for real, no one's gonna call you arrogant for that. People call you arrogant when they don't see you actually putting in the work. You know, you be like, oh, whatever, I'm the greatest motherfucker on the planet. You sitting on the couch eating potato chips, watching fucking soap operas and shit. No one's gonna be like, oh yeah, that motherfucker really doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? But like, if they see you putting in your best effort and growing and doing everything you can, the niggas who call you arrogant are just hating. The niggas who call you arrogant are just hating. That's as simple as that. So the biggest thing about this EP, and like I just said, the biggest theme, pop your shit. Pop your shit. That's really, I'm gonna get into song breakdowns after this, but I'm gonna split them up into different videos so I don't gotta worry about editing each and every one. So, well, I got to worry about editing each and every one, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Whatever. I'm not sure if I'm going to release this on the day of, but I think I'm definitely going to release it either next week or something. And then I'm going to start getting back into the Mondays with Money because I got a lot of shit I want to talk about. I want to talk to myself again. But I appreciate y'all if you listen to this all the way. And you can go check out the EP. 4-song EP. Nothing too crazy. But all right, y'all. I appreciate y'all.
And she's tryna throw something to me. If that's all she got, then that shit don't impress me. And wait, I know I fell out for a minute, boy. Go tell your hoe that I'm back. Been rubbing this shit in they fake money, don't even know how to act. I heard they been saying they it, but they already know that I'm